Okay, hello. We are going to do a little bit of Final Fantasy Online. Tomorrow, I believe they're updating, and so um, Wednesday I played with that girl online, and they just got to the first dungeon. So I have to do a little bit of keep up. I was gonna do some Path of Exiles too, but for some reason OBS doesn't want to record the screen. So fuck you, fuck you, Path of Exiles too. Um, I got a new follower. She's a streamer, which I know that's crazy. Um, her name is All Onda. Isallonda. She does Path of Exiles and Arc Raiders. I think that's what it's called, and I think some other stuff. But Reddit had a follow for follow deal. Uh, there's a Reddit page where you can ask people to follow you and they follow you back. And I was just like, hey, maybe somebody wants to see the stuff I do. So I was like, I'll just put my links up there. And she followed me back, I guess today. So I went and followed her. She has like 15 viewers on Twitch. And I don't think that many on YouTube. So if you want to go check out her stuff, I'll put a link to her Twitch, and you guys can go from there to do whatever you need to do. This helmet is really starting to annoy me with this outfit. The helmet is ugly. Um, but yeah, if you want to do that, you can do that. I'm just gonna make my way over and do some quests. I got like half an hour, 2 o'clock mall music halls, so um, I got like half an hour or whatever to try and do some of this. Um, Mainly making a video to shout out the the girl that followed me back. Um, since she does stream and stuff, I asked her if she wanted to follow me on Steam and stuff. I'm sure we have some games that we could play together. And then if she wanted to like do a stream or whatever together, I'd be down for it. It's not um like me and Pafferson were supposed to do that, and she just never asked or whatever. Like she'd come in Final Fantasy and play, but she just never was like, "Hey, do you want to stream or you know play stuff?" So it's like whatever. I still talk to Pafferson and stuff. She's pretty cool. I seen she did a stream. I want to say a week ago. I caught like the tail end of it, and it was pretty good. I forget what she was playing, but I watched it. I watched it because I have I have two monitors now. I watched it while I was playing. I think this. I was trying to catch up to um Cat and uh pretty much just trying to catch up to Cat. Um so okay, where do I need to go for? God damn it! I hate that when that zooms in like that because I can never figure out. Okay, I need to hit this, and I need to hit this, and then run back and forth between the two and do those quests. But we're going to go up here and do the main thing, because that's pretty much what we need to do. Uh, Maybe I'll run the dungeon, too, because I think that's the dungeon, because I think I had to do that. Is that we could go up there and hit that, but I really want to go hit the quests first. I can always go back. Tomorrow they're doing maintenance on here, so I won't be able to get on till Wednesday, and I have a doctor's appointment in the morning, so I'm not gonna be feeling good anyways to pretty much do anything. They always draw like three to six things of blood. when I go to the doctors, and it just takes so much out of me, especially if because I take the van, the county van to go. They won't. They tell me they won't do multiple stops, but when you're sitting and you can hear their radio and you hear them go, oh, blah, 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 they need to go here into here. And I'm like, you told me you can't do that. I'm going to hit this place here because it's right here. And then we're going to go up here. But they're like, oh no, you can't do 2 trips in a day or whatever. And it's like, I just heard on the radio, you guys do multiple trips. So normally it's I go to the doctors and then come right back home and then I'm all washed out and I end up sleeping because I don't have enough I don't have what I need here to keep me going. So I end up falling asleep and then feeling like shit the rest of the day. So I'm probably not going to do anything tomorrow. And then Wednesday, I had to go to the store and the food bank to see if I can get anything. I've You've heard me before in the last videos, not only in Final Fantasy but everything else, say about going and fixing my external hard drive that has 30 years of worth of stuff. Well, I took my paper money and went and got the hard drive so that when they looked at it and would be like, oh hey, yeah, we can pull that over for you, buddy. They could just go ahead and do it. So that was my grocery money for when the end of the month comes up. It took it all. And then I had to pay. I was the day they called and said it was out. I asked Caleb if he could take me up. Gave him the money, and he was like, "Oh yeah, the car's not working right. We can only go to Walmart if you need groceries on a money order." So that's what I did. So then Sue, the lady that charges me $30, was like, "Yeah, I can take you tomorrow," which I had to go pick up prescriptions and stuff anyway. So I was like, "Okay." So she charged me 30. So I spent $50 in 2 days and didn't really get anything done because when I went up, Best Buy was like, "Oh no, it's totally corrupt, but we can for $450, we know your thing's running out next month and you won't have $450. Uh $450 we can do level 2 service where we send it out. And then at some point they send it back fixed." And I was like, "I don't have the money." So I got my money back for the hard drive I bought, and I was already kind of pissed off because when I stopped at the store to get my prescriptions, Sue was all like, "Hey, you know, I was out the other day and up by Best Buy. I could have stopped and got your hard drive and brought it home for you for free." And I was like, "What?" She's like, "Yeah, but I didn't know you paid for it." Which when I went in and was like, "Hey, can you do this with the hard drive?" She was standing there and she watched me pay for it. So she knew because when she came in and was standing there, she was like, "Are you ready to go?" I was like, "I gotta pay for this first, for this hard drive that they're gonna pull everything over onto." And so she knew, but she just wanted the money. So she, you know, all right, here we go. I hate this dungeon. We're gonna see if I can get into it. I could do it with NPCs, but I know they want me to do it with other players. So we'll do that. We'll look at the pretty outfits they have on. See if we get lost. I may end up having to mute the call because mom will probably end up calling if they don't get around and get me in. But um, she was like, "Yeah, I could have stopped and picked it up. I was up this way." And I was like, "God damn it!" So in one day after another, I spent $50 on transportation. So I was kind of mad, and I was like, well, the next big thing on my list was getting a new computer chair. And Walmart had been slowly dropping the price of one of their like DX racer chairs, like the $300, $400 ones. So it went from 180 down to 116 in the last 3 or 4 months. So I was like, hey, let's stop over at Walmart and see if that chair came down in price anymore, or if they raised it back up. And she was kind of like, eh. And I was like, I don't fucking care. So we went over, and it was like 116, so like 120 altogether or whatever. So I got it. And then she's like, you're going to have fun putting together. I was like, well, you're free on Wednesday. And she kind of looked at me. I was like, you could always come in and help me put it together. So when we got back here, she was like, I'll ask my man if what he thinks about coming in and helping me put it together because there's going to be two people. And I was like, yeah. So she left the chair set downstairs, and I rolled it up the steps to get it up so it would be up here out of the way some. So because I spent my grocery money pretty much, the end of the month, I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do for groceries. But the food bank usually has, I usually go every month on a Wednesday and um, pick stuff up. It kind of helps out. They gave me a turkey last month for Thanksgiving. I don't know if they're going to give turkey Wednesday or maybe ham or whatever for Christmas, but I'm sure they'll have some stuff down there. But I gotta go because I'm not sure what to do for groceries. Like I'll have when we go Wednesday, I'm picking up more food for from this Wednesday till next Wednesday, and then I have to figure out what to do for that Wednesday until the end of the month until we get paid. Um, I had like a turkey. I had the turkey. I didn't make it. So I think I'm gonna make that next Wednesday. And then I have like pork chops and vegetables. So I might make vegetable stew, but I don't know how much that's gonna last. But I figure the food bank might actually have something for a meal to put together. So I was like, I'll go down and see what they got and pick up down there. Um, like I know I fucked up. Like I didn't buy any Funko Pops this month. I didn't buy. Well, I didn't buy for me, but um, like I didn't buy any toys or anything. I got my WoW card. I bought my Steam card so that I can keep playing this, and I think that's all. I think that's all I got because I knew I was gonna have to get that hard drive. So I tried not to spend money so I would have money to put with it. I did get mom a blanket that they have these blankets at the edge of. Are you seriously fucking almost 5 minutes waiting? This is what I hate about this game. Wow, it doesn't take that long to go in and find a group to go play something because they force you to play the newest dungeons and stuff pretty much. Um, but on here, if you want to play something older, there's a real big chance you're not going to find a group. We'll wait until it goes 5 minutes and then I'll just do the NPC dungeon thing and do it. Um, but I wanted to get mom something for Christmas. She's always saying that it's cold down at the house, that my brother turns the furnace down and stuff, and she gets cold, and then he complains when she wants to turn it up. So I was like, I'm gonna get her something. Um, So I got her. They have these blankets that are kind of soft at the edge of the checkout. So I think later on you can change these. I think you can get other NPCs to go with you or something. I believe. I don't remember. But they at the end of the or when you gotta go into the aisle, there is the stuff at the edge, and they had these blankets that were like $20, and they're like a light fuzzy um just something light and fuzzy, but they keep you warm because I keep forgetting I had to be close to them. But they're kind of light and fuzzy. Hot Topic sells a bunch of them with like anime stuff on. I got one with Full Metal Alchemist on it. Okay, let's see how long this is gonna take to run through this. So I grabbed her one of them because she likes Pop Tarts, and they had them with like pizza and fuck, I keep hitting the wrong button. I've been playing Guild Wars, and the target button is a different button because I that's what I set 20 years ago. But I was like, she'll like that because she likes Pop Tarts, and it's not real heavy and stuff. So I got her that, and then I got something for Jen because she bought me Steam card and a stupid SpongeBob plushie and gummy fish for my birthday. So I got her something blue. Okay. Um. So I was like, well, I'll get her something because she got me something for my birthday, and I forgot about her birthday, and she wasn't in here at the time. So I was like, I'll grab her something, and she'll have to come in and get it. And so I was like, all right. So I didn't really get anything for myself besides like the the WoW card and the Steam card. Um, Everything else has been like food, and I was gonna get that hard drive, and then they didn't want to do it, so I got the chair instead because I need it. Um, I don't know if this angle is good for humans or not. I I have the Lancer class on one of my Europe characters from when I was playing with Paperson or when Wolverine was all like, "Oh, my friend talked me into playing, and I'm on the European server, and he won't play now," and I was like, "You idiot!" I was like, "Just come over on the American, and I'll run you through stuff." Oh no, no, no! My girlfriend plays on there too, and I was like, "What are you all complaining about then?" So I went over, I made a character and went over because you cannot move your European characters over onto American because I checked it out last night. Um, which I knew back then too, but I was gonna take the one and go help Cat run her through this dungeon and show her the one area nobody ever fucking goes to, and I don't understand why because there's a chest there with loot in it, and nobody ever goes to it. And I just wanted her to see how it is like taking your time and going through because I don't think the timer matters. That just means if you don't do the dungeon by then it kicks you out and you fail. I think. But it took us, I think, 5 minutes to run it. Well, not us. My friend and her the other night. It didn't take long. They were rushing. Whoever did it with them. But I was like, I'll take her Wednesday if the game's up and go through with like I'll do the whole It doesn't matter the level deal setting for the duty, and I'll just take her in and like take the time going through and stuff. And then I'll show her the secret other box. I think it's the fucking secret box because nobody ever goes to it. I just happened to be going through with an NPC team and found it, and I was like, well, why do we never go this way? And then when I try to lead people to it, they don't want to go. They complain. So I figure I'll do that, and then I'll let her take all the gear from the chests and stuff in here. Um, that way she can either sell it for money, or if it's something she actually wants to wear, then she can mog it and put it on, make a set it or whatever. Um, you know, I wish you could do all the dungeons and stuff with NPCs, because I'd probably just run through everything with NPCs. Because on my character, on the US, I have to do like the extreme Moogle dungeon thing, and nobody is ever looking to do it. And then I have another one I have to do, and no one is ever looking to do it. I sat for like 30 minutes the one day waiting, and no one was there to do it. And you can't do it with NPCs. So it's really annoying. It's one of the reasons I slowed down on playing this, because even on European servers, it's like that. I can't find people to run the dungeons with. And that guild, where everybody's fucking nosy, they they don't really come on to play. Because I've logged on during the day and I've logged on at night, and it says like, oh, no one's been on for 2 days, and I'm like, what the hell? And then the one I stole, it's the same thing. Like 2 or 3 people come on, but they're never on when I'm on, and I don't think they stay very long. So it's just weird. I'm recruiting for all of them. So if anybody wants to join, you can let me know in the comments, and then we'll figure out a time for Yuns to get on, so I can add Yuns, because I don't know how else to invite people to the guild. Um, but yeah. So it's been a little hectic. Isn't there a chest or something? I know it gives you water. Maybe it's over here. Yeah, it's over there. That's another one people miss out on that nobody ever picks up on. It's right there. Like, I don't think it's that far. Well, no, it's near. Yeah, it's near the end of this section. Turn her. Oh, okay. Um, yeah, she's gonna be calling in a couple minutes, so I'm gonna end up muting, but I'm gonna run through this to get it done. I'm not just gonna stop mid playing. So you'll probably see me moving and doing stuff, but I'm listening to her stupid shit for a couple minutes. I don't want to be like, oh, you get the fuck off the phone. I don't want to hear you and stuff, because it's like, like I've told Caleb and them, when she's gone, you're gonna you're gonna be like, I wish I would have talked to her and stuff. She gets on my nerves, but if she wasn't here, I wouldn't know what to do. So I put up with it. It's stressful and shit, but and it's the same way with Dad. Like, we didn't talk a lot and stuff, and then okay, so blue is this one. I think it stops him from poisoning or something. I don't remember what it does, but it does something. And then I think we have to click this, and then he comes out. Yeah. But it was the same thing with Dad. Like, we didn't talk a lot because, he was like 80 and he didn't understand a lot of shit. But, you know, when he got where he got sick and we knew he was going, I tried to go down, but my brother wouldn't take me down all the time. Even to sit down there and stuff, he wouldn't take me down. And now it's like I wish I talked to him more when he was coherent and like before he got sick. I wish my brother would have took me down to spend more time with him during the summers and stuff. And well, there she is. This is the door where it has a secret chest in it. Just so you know. All right, I gotta go back and talk to my mom for a couple more minutes. Man, she gets on my nerves so much. She's like, "Oh, well, I'm gonna get the papers out so I can call you in the morning." And I was like, "Don't you call me back at like 5 o'clock?" Yeah. Well, you can do it then. Holy hell! And then she brought it up like 5 other times, so I had to fucking tell her, "Go ahead, go get the paper out." She gets on my nerves with this stuff. Now I'm in a bad mood. I'm gonna be in a bad mood for probably fucking 2 hours now. Anyways, this is a secret room that nobody comes into. I don't even know what I got out of it. What did I get? A pair of gauntlets. Um, this time. I think there's a list that says what you get out of all the chests in every dungeon or whatever. But nobody ever comes back here. It's just like you fight these people that were right here, and then that's it. Everybody leaves out there, and I don't know why, because you can sell the stuff, for money, or maybe it's something you can wear. And then this is where everybody goes, because I think you have to go in there to get the key for the next room. But they always skip that other one, and I'm like, why? Um, I'm there's probably rooms like this in other dungeons, where there's a secret offside thing and nobody ever goes to. I think there's one other dungeon where I just roamed around because I had to go kill a mob and a mob for the stupid journal thing. Um, where is it? Right in here. And this, we had to kill like three of whatever the fuck that is, or three hogs. Um, there's one for a mob, and I knew it was in the dungeon, so I just went in and started hunting them down. And I just happened to come to the side room, and I was like, "Huh, I've never been in this." And there's like a chest and something else in it. And I was like, "Why don't they ever go in there to get that stuff? It's not like out of the way or anything." Cat girls for slaves. Well, that's like no one ever goes over in there. I don't know what's over there, but I'm not going over. And Cat is one of these people that doesn't really like to fucking explore. Um, she like when we were playing WoW. Um, she would want to go through the low level dungeons, which you can get gear and stuff, and then add it to your pretty much your glamour thing over there. Um, but she'd want to do the low level stuff, and then she wouldn't want to go out and roam around and kill like the bosses on a map that would drop stuff, or she wouldn't want to do that. Um, and then I got her to where she was starting a quest, but now like she doesn't want to do dungeons over there, which is where you can get the gear. Like if you do looking for group, like I tried to do here, she don't want to do it. And so she's been like, "Ah, we're in a wall. We might as well wait for the expansion to come out before we do anything else. That way we can get further." And I'm just sitting there like, You idiot. We have to do dungeons to get to the next part because they're required. It used to be with the Nosgoth stuff, you had to go in and do the dungeon and upgrade your necklace piece in order to do the next part of the story and stuff and get to the other area. Like it was even like even when you did the looking for groups, it would be like, ah, you must do this, you must have the necklace, and you must do this, and it was annoying when me and she kind of like my best friend Jess, um, was running stuff together on there. Um, I don't know how many years Jess was on there playing, but she had a death knight and she sat in the end. She kind of like Cat. She just liked to sit in the end and not really do content and anything. She kept saying about it, but she wouldn't want to do it. So I got tired of sitting in the end. I was like, listen, you want me to hang out with you, but I said, I'm getting tired of sitting in the end all the time and just watching the people chat and be stupid and stuff. I was like, let's go run content. We're going to have to if you want all these. Because she'd see people dressed with stuff and she'd be like, oh, that's cute. How do you, I don't see that on the auction house and stuff. And I was like, you got to go earn it. Oh, well, man. And I was like, whatever. So I went and got my Draenei and I got my Void Elf. And she's like, that's not fair. And I was like, well, if you run the content, you get it. So I took her, me and I think Sai took her and ran through the content to unlock the Void Elf and the Draenei. The, whatever, the Super Draenei. And so, we made characters, we made Void Elves. I think she made a Draenei too, maybe. I don't remember. But, she did that, and then we got playing because we were role playing on there, and we found someone to be a mother to our characters, and I was the wild, annoying one. I'd type in yell in the chat, and you're like, I'd wait, and then I'd see somebody in chat, be like, this girl wanted to peg me, and then I'd type in the yell, Mom, what does pegging mean? And then the mom would be all fucking embarrassed, which I embarrassed the shit out of her, like out of character too, and I thought it was funny. But I was just the annoying, um, oh my god, I can't believe you did that, child. And Jess was playing this like straight edge type child, total opposites of each other. She's like, I can't believe you did that. You're gonna get us in trouble. And I'm like, oh, don't worry about it. And, you know, so it was fun. It was funny. But we were running the content so that we could, because we were in a guild together on there, and because their mother was, so we just joined it and hung out, and um, we tried to get to endgame. That way we could run stuff with everybody and hang out and goof off because they would have guild hangouts in places that if we didn't level up, we couldn't go to. So we just went and hung out. We leveled up and hung out. We don't need to see this, do we? Not everybody here has probably done this already. So basically, we just slam the shit out of this guy. But I got her to where she wanted to do the content. Then I bought her shadows, and I bought her yeah, or Orbises, whatever the hell that one was. Um, I bought her that, and we started going through that, and then she got her tumor and got sick real bad and stuff, and um, the bills for being in the hospital and the treatments and stuff were pretty bad. So I she quit playing pretty much, which I thought was crazy. So now she's like doing two jobs and stuff. But we started running that stuff before she got sick and everything. Um, but I got her into doing the content, and she wanted to do it because she wanted to hang out and everything. But Kat, on the other hand, doesn't seem like she wants to do the content. She's one of these ERPers, and I told her I'm not spending $30 every 3 months just to get her off. I was like, at first it was like a novelty thing, and it was, okay, but now I want to run the content, and if she wants to hang out and stuff, she's got to run the content with me. So that's what we were doing, but she kept complaining that we're at a wall and might as well wait for the new stuff, and I was like, we're still going to be at the fucking wall. And then she's like, well, let's make new characters. And I was like, we're going to level all the way up to where we are now, like level 60 or 70, and we're still going to be we're still going to hit that wall, and that's going to be another character slot taken up for when the new. I think there's a new character coming out in a while. This chest is another one that people don't grab, and it's like, what the hell? Um, so that was that. That it's an easy dungeon. It does not take long, but it's annoying, kind of. And like I said, people they don't go to that fucking chest off on that side, and it's like, why? Why do you not go over there? Okay, where do I need to go now? I know I need to turn this in, so we'll go turn it in, and then I think I'm gonna call it. But she, I was just like, if we make another character, we're gonna be at the same spot in a week, and then you're gonna be like, hey, let's make another character. I'm not making 100 characters just because you don't want to go into um. Okay, how the fuck do I get over there? I'm guessing that's at the drowning winch, so we had to go up. But I was like, we'll have 100 characters in a couple weeks at the same level, you saying the same thing. And I was like, no. So then she was like, well, Final Fantasy's free, right? And I was like, yeah, I believe you just download it, and until you get to like level 60, you can play. Kind of like, wow. And she's like, I guess I have to try it out and we'll see. So she told me she made a character. She couldn't get in on my server, which kind of makes me mad because now I'm wasting time over here when I could be on mine trying to recruit for the guild and stuff. And so it's just annoying. Um, yay, quest complete. Yay me. Party finder. The fuck's that? Oh, we never went. I don't think we ever went back, or they ever went back over on Cat and whatever her fucking name is on here. Um, what level am I? Oh, I can go back and get my guild quest or my. Is this? Yeah, I can go back and get my. I'm gonna do that real quick. That way I don't forget because I know they're gonna send me off. Um, they're gonna send me somewhere. Um, so I'm just gonna pick it up and then maybe later on tonight. I don't know if I'm gonna watch wrestling tonight. What do you guys? If you guys watch wrestling, what do you guys think of the Saturday night main event? I like the what's her name? Luca chick. Um, like I like that match. That match was like cool. The fact that they did like she did like a handstand on the ropes and DDT'd Bailey, that was cool. That match was pretty good. I think I know I watched. Oh, AJ Styles came out, but he didn't have his tag team belt. And at the end of the match, they handed AJ and Dragon Lee their belts. And I said to Caleb, I was like, how the fuck did he? How'd the belt get out there? Because he didn't come out with one. And Caleb laughed about it. I was like, he's a fucking magician or something. But what do you guys think of like the matches. I don't remember how many matches there was. I just remember AJ and the Bailey one, and then Cena's. Um, how do you guys feel about the Cena match and what went down? I can see why they did it like that. Um, for story and to kind of put Gunther over because Cena's leaving and Gunther's been working pretty hard when he's there. Where the fuck is it? So I can see why they they left him tapped Cena. Okay, where do I go now? All the way. Yeah, so this is gonna be like way out in the middle of nowhere. But I didn't think it was bad. I don't get the people that are like "f you, Gunther" are people that think Dom and Liv are together in real life when they're not, or like when Dom and um, Rhea were together, they think that shit's real, and they don't get that Dom's married now in real life. I think Rhea was engaged to was it Buddy Lee or Buddy Murphy or whatever? Was engaged to him, and I think Liv was somebody or something. And people believed that Liv and Dom or Liv and Rhea were actually together, dating and banging and all that stuff. And it still goes on. People are now like, "Oh, what she think of Roxanne and Dom?" And it's like these people are fucking stupid. It's like when, um, who the hell was it? Was it Jade? No, it wasn't Jade. It was Bianca. When Bianca had the belt, and everyone was like, "Oh, she's so great. She's the best wrestler, and look how long she's kept the belt." And it's like, she's only kept the belt this long because it's written into the story. Is written that she has the belt. It can be written that she drops the belt tomorrow at a house show if they want. And then what? Are you still going to say she's the best? Or are you going to be like, oh, the person that's got the belt now is the best? And it's like, you're fucking idiots. That you don't know that this is a whole planned out thing. The only thing real is when, well, maybe not even that. Because sometimes when somebody gets lifted up, they had to actually help. Like they kind of had to like jump or whatever to get lifted up. And then like sometimes you'll see when they get put on the ring posts that they actually put their feet where they're supposed to be before they get thrown off or whatever. So, but most of it is their strength doing the move and everything. Like these botches is like usually when someone's getting wore out or something and they can't lift the person or whatnot. Um, like the match between Jay and Punk, uh, like what was it last month? Where Punk dumped water on Jay. Um, he was gassed out probably from doing a stupid yeet thing down the fucking audience, but he couldn't like he was tired and so he fucked up. Um, but the moves are actually real and are being done. You need that muscle to do it. Mick Cactus Jack, I just saw an interview with him where he was like, I probably could have done more if I would have like done cardio and stuff. He's like, when I knew I had a big match coming up, he's like, I'd go work out and stuff to try and be able to get in shape to keep up with who I was wrestling with. But he's like, most of the time I didn't. He's like, I would drive around in my convertible to get tan, take something to clear up my complexion and stuff. But he's like, I didn't really work out, and he's like, it kind of went back on me and stuff. And he's like, the one move I wanted to do before I retired was jump off of a television truck and send somebody through a car or something, if I remember that's what he said. And he's like, but after my hip surgery and stuff, he's like, I didn't want to see if I could jump off of that and if my hip would take it. He's like, I didn't want to be walking around in pain again and not be able to have it fixed. So he's like, I just didn't do it. So from that, you know that they're doing their own stuff, but the whole um you're gonna go out and win, or you win the belt, that is them writing something for a story or whatever. It Like, I don't know why they wrote Roman having a belt for 3 years. Nobody liked him and stuff, but it's still that stuff. So you know, and most people don't get it because they're like living in a fantasy when they're watching it. So they're pissed off at Gunther for beating Cena, and Cena had a say in how he went out, and that's how he wanted to go out. So it's like you really can't blame Gunther because they just said, hey, you're gonna go up against Cena because he's been doing good. You can retire. And so it's like I don't get why people are mad, but yeah, I'm gonna put the link to what's her name in the description if I can remember because I'm probably gonna go down and eat. I have to eat before too late because we're gonna draw blood tomorrow. But um, yeah, I'm I'm gonna try and do more videos because you guys want to. I'm getting followers and stuff again. Um, you guys just have to let me know what you want to see because it helps me when I go to do videos. Streaming, I don't know if I'm gonna pull any more Twitch videos over. I know the Fortnite one did pretty good, but the last time I did a Fortnite video, it was like you guys didn't care because there wasn't very many views and nobody liked it and stuff. So if that's what you want to see, you're gonna have to let me know. All right, I will talk to you guys later.